Sorry,
Great way to
I
start
was
the game.
opening up my dice box.
Ah, I see. Okay, so Mercedes is dead last.
I'm gonna swap these out for another set of dice.
Sid got a 6, Onyx got a 13.
Okay.
I got 2 and 12. So 2 for Arthur and 12 for Centurion.
Okay.
Okay, I got a 17 and a 17. I'm a little afraid.
Perfect. That means you are going first, sir. Whichever one you want to go first, since they both got 17, I'll let you choose. Go ahead and roll your D100.
That's a 60 for Merlin.
Okay. What is your character's most prized possession, and why do they value it so much?
Your mother.
You.
Now, this is him
My mother.
saying your mother. That'd be for everybody
Oh,
else's.
God.
No. It's a short sword he carries with him that he seems to have never used. It looks almost more ornamental than it would be for practical use because it's like finely made. It looked like it was supposed to be like more a symbol than an actual weapon, but he keeps it on him, usually wrapped up, but he cleans it almost every 1 or 2 nights before he heads off to bed.
Okay. Nice. And if I get up Borodal's D100.
That'd be a 51.
What is something your character is scared of or creeped out by?
Hello?
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 Okay. Everything went super quiet after the question, but I wasn't sure if you could hear me when I answered.
No.
We didn't. At least I didn't.
Sorry about that. One thing that he's most afraid of, or what was it exactly? Or
What is
afraid of or-
one thing that you are scared of or creeped out by?
both afraid of, but also kind of creeped out by. He's heard specific stories of creatures that it's less that they hurt you, it's more that they can essentially mess with your mind and memories, and that's one of the things he's most afraid of, is forgetting who he is.
Okay.
Like, he was taught like that, hey, anything physical you can always heal from, but if they take out something in your head, that's a lot harder to deal with.
You know what? That's a valid fear. You are valid for that fear, Borodal. Onyx, D100, please.
Alrighty then. 47.
47. Which party member do you feel most indebted to, if any?
Well, that's an interesting one. Actually, I think it's interesting. There's a certain amount of debt with Sid for his creation, but I feel like in terms of like actual like stuff that's happened with him so far, I think that would probably be Mercy.
Aww.
Nice.
Because she's the one that, you know, has interacted with him the most, I think, other than, you know, Sid just kind of interacting with him in general, like purposely interacted with, I think.
Okay, okay.
Okay.
Nice. Centurion, D100, please.
I'm alright, thank you though.
No, do it anyways.
You don't have to answer publicly if you don't want
Give
to.
me a second. Oh no, my dice. I don't know if I got this before. 99? Oh, wait. No, it's 99.
If a character appeared on the wanted poster, what nickname would appear on that poster?
If Centurion appeared on the wanted poster.
What would his nickname be? His villain name, wanted name.
I don't. On a wanted poster, right? I don't think he'd have a name.
Unknown.
I mean, he didn't have a name when he was on a wanted poster, so they just said, "Hey, this guy, you see him? Turn him in."
Vagabond? Mummy?
This one
So
rabbit dude.
Wait, do you is this like a name he'd
right.
give himself, or a name that like the environment would give him? Like, what's the moniker someone would
It
make
would
up?
be probably the environment. I don't think Centurion would give himself a name.
Yeah. Silent Rage, because he can go off at any time.
Okay,
I can see it.
I could see it. Sidian, D100, please.
33.
God, I want to stop playing. I'm sorry. I'm gonna mute myself.
What is an object you have in your inventory that carries personal significance?
Oh well, I mean, there's a handful, but I'll go ahead and do two just for quickly. Excuse me. One of which very much being the one of which I'd say very much is the first spell book that he got or found, and as well also the robes that Mercy gave back to him.
Oh,
Definitely not gonna wear them anymore, but he
Aw.
does still consider them significant. For what reason, though?
We'll keep trying to convince him.
You could certainly try.
how cute. And Mercedes, a D100, please.
All right, so that is a 53.
Mercedes, what do you think about when you look up at a starry sky?
I'm sorry, that cut out for me. What do I think of what?
What do you think about when you look up at a starry sky?
I think somebody else got this one. Way to go. So interesting.
I Yeah, I think I did get this one. But I think I said like Father Aymar and Saloon, both there.
I was gonna say something like
hoping for their
probably...
protection and their wisdom and guidance.
I think I remember something like that.
Did you want to roll a different one?
Sure, why not? I'll do it quick here. 25.
Oh, this one is a very easy one. Who were your childhood friends, and what sort of trouble did they get into?
Well, gee, I don't know. Couldn't be my brother, could it?
Well,
No, never in a million years. No. Definitely Ian and
know anybody like that,
other
actually.
orphans at the church, but most especially Sidian. Anything from nabbing things from the kitchen, ringing the church bells in the middle of the day.
I thought you were about to say in the
hiding,
middle
playing
of the night.
tricks, whatever childish mischief. Yeah, now that would have been funnier. I should have written that in the backstory, but I just wrote the middle of the day because I am vanilla. But
No, I mean that definitely fits. It's just I thought you were about to say it, and it's like, oh, now that's gonna get on people's bad side for sure.
I mean, at least it's better than the other question. When you look up at the night sky, what do you think of? Saloon, the moon god, the moon god. And then just starts fucking rocks at the moon just to make it bigger.
Oh my god.
If she's not Space Marine level armor at the end of this, we have failed.
Oh,
That's why I'm
good
saying
lord.
she's just like, what do you think of when you look at the night sky? The glory and honor of Saloon, moon for the moon god.
Moon for the moon god.
Oh god.
And then like Stidian takes it too seriously and drops his pants.
I don't think.
It's glorious.
Oh,
Glorious.
God. Anyways,
For the
moving
glory
on.
of the moon god.
Oh no. Quick recap of what happened last session, because it's been a week, because I am still recovering over sickness, but last time, you guys found a familiar friend within the mines of Blackburn. Not much was discovered as to what happened to her, or the entire situation around there, but a friendly face that joined the party for a bit before she blacked out from fright, apparently, is what we're going to go with. You guys made your way over to the first, what they call elevator, which is really just a lift that they use to bring people and equipment up and down between the different levels of the mine. But looking down that lift, you guys discovered a very eerie nothingness, and it was Centurion who was able to see through it and see some very large creatures waiting down that lift. Lots of talk of different plans potentially splitting up, and some people staying above to shoot down, some people going down below to try and fight it out. But I did want to go ahead and jump in here to see what are you guys doing.
Hey, you never asked Arthur a question.
Oh, Arthur, what's your question? Roll your D100. Almost forgot Arthur. How could I forget Arthur?
It's 80.
80.
How could anybody forget
How
Arthur?
could I forget Arthur?
I mean, we're all certainly trying, but
Arthur.
Good old so-and-so. Who could forget you, old chap?
Right. Arthur, what was the last thing you did at home before leaving for your adventure?
At home?
At home.
home.
Wash the dishes.
Did I
So
turn
who's
off my
the
dryer?
last home that you
Did you turn off the
invaded?
stove?
Now,
I mean, the
it
last
said
thing
home.
he was
It
doing,
didn't
like
say
I
your
said-
home.
Well, the last thing I said he was doing was he was in a fight of some kind. So that's the last thing he remembers.
Home dimension.
Yeah,
suppose-
like
That works.
no, I think it was like he was asking this lady to blow on his dice, but he didn't know that the lady was taken for. So that.
You know, when you're like in a dimension where literally anybody could be of any level, it's not a great move.
Not
It's
a
funny
great
that you
plan.
were describing what happened before you came here. I'm trying to think
Uh-huh.
of what happened before you went on your other adventure.
Oh, before he went on his other adventure. Honestly, he was just trying to get some money to
It's
get
like
something to eat.
honestly the same thing. I was probably in a fight.
Yeah, no, because he's in the Royal Guard now, right? He's in the Royal Guard now, which is fine. But it's not like he intended for it to happen. It's more like has anyone seen Stripes? It's like that.
Nope.
Nope.
Okay. Interesting. Thank you, Arthur. Anyways, jumping back into the session, I will pick up asking you guys, what is your plan for tackling, I guess, this next level of the mines?
Huh?
Nope.
Woo.
You can always be hopeful. Siler and I were discussing, I think, before anybody else got on, but I think the idea where we were leaving it is Arthur can cast Fly on Centurion, and that way he can see through the darkness and see if there's any other exits or any other creatures, or just what the general layout of that level is. And then we can
Okay.
finalize our plan from there.
Okay, so Arthur is going to be casting Fly on Centurion. Centurion is going to fly down, scope out the place, and then once you guys get a better understanding of what's happening, that's when you guys will come up with a set plan.
I think so. I don't want to speak for him, but I think that's where we were leaving it.
I mean, do we have a? Arthur just says, do we have a better plan? You know, is there a better plan? Any other suggestions?
Well, let's do that, and then we can further discuss where things are left off, because I think we were in the middle of a discussion on whether the plan should be to run or to finish these things off so they don't become a problem later.
Okay, so suicide pact, an oldie but a good. Got it.
At this point, I'm going to ask: are these things something that we can leave alone, because they sound like any sound will attract them? So if we get past them and just make noise, they'll come find us.
Yeah, I think that's would be the situation as well.
There's also the gamble with if someone can cast daylight. If their natural darkness or whatever this is just a normal level 2, we might be able to like overcast or get rid of it with a normal daylight. But there's no way of knowing if there's just a stronger version, which ours might not do jack against it.
Well, here's
I
also
have
had
a drift
another idea.
globe.
I also had another idea, but I kind of didn't want to use it because I only have 2 level 3 slots. He can try and use counterspell, see if that helps, or not counterspell. Where is it?
Dispel magic.
Dispel?
Yeah. Give me a
I
second.
think we
Let me
should-
see if I have it.
Probably check the daylight, because I do have a drift globe. I just don't want to use it until we are committing to a plan.
No, you know what? No, I have dispel magic, but it's on my other character sheet, not this one.
Other character. Okay.
I'm still using Arthur in another campaign. That's why.
Oh, you're talking about Arthur. Okay, I see.
Yeah, because he. I thought he had that here, but no, he just has. No, he just has counterspell. Never mind.
Ditto. I thought I could push off getting Dispel Magic. I think let's do the scouting. I have the daylight, so that might help. I also think that they're blind, so they might, if they get into a fight, they might turn it off themselves so that they can see, but we can't be sure of that. I can use Calatrus as a distraction for either if we try to sneak past or fight these things. We can get into a more advantageous position with Calatrus as a distraction. I can also cast a web to keep these things from moving around. So that's stuff that out of game. That's stuff that I've been thinking about. Either stuff that we discussed last time or more stuff.
All right. Well, so I guess we'll give me a second because he's trying to cast fly. Mind you, I won't be able to cast fly again till at least tomorrow morning.
Oh, is it a once per day thing?
Yeah.
Ah, interesting. I mean, do we want to keep going with that, or do we want to do something else?
No, I mean, it doesn't take any of my spell slots. I do also have levitate. It's just, that just letting you guys know before I do this.
Onyx has levitate as well, so he can potentially help out. But I think fly is going to be better because it's going to be easier to get Centurion out.
All right,
Maybe levitate. We should do levitate then, because we could use a rope to pull him out. That's a lower level spell.
I'll stick with fly. I'll just use fly. It's fine.
Okay.
And he takes out a small feather from his what was that pouch? It's essentially everything he needs for spells.
A component pouch.
And he places it on Centurion, and he now has the ability to fly.
Perfect. Centurion, you now feel yourself weightless and able to maneuver through the air as if you are one with the wind.
You can still tell that he's having not a good time, but just testing it out. But you can tell Arthur's really focusing here.
Okay.
I guess as he makes his way down, if you will, he will ready his patient defense or the dodge action.
Okay.
Like as he's moving downwards, he's gonna ready his dodge action.
Okay. Perfect.
In case anything decides to come near him.
Centurion, go ahead and also roll me a stealth check, please.
Okay. Yep, that is. $22?
Perfect. Centurion.
Yeah, 14 plus 8.
Perfect. Centurion, as you are flying down this narrow tunnel that leads down to the floor below you, thanks to your ability to move effortlessly through the air, you are silent. I think that also gets to the point where as soon as you get closer to them, you've managed to calm your breathing and calm your heartbeat so that it's almost untraceable to find you. You vanish. And as the party watches as you sink lower, once you get past a certain bubble, you just completely disappear from their vision. But Centurion, you manage to get down and you will see that there are 3 of these large creatures circling this cavernous room beneath you. One of them is actually scaling this pillar that leads up. And all of them are kind of looking around as if they're waiting for something.
Can I tell if they're hungry?
Roll me a nature check.
I would assume, based off of the reaction to the chicken-scented rocks last time.
I mean, I'm really nervous about my rolls because I'm rolling really well, and we're not in combat yet. You said what check?
Either a nature check or an animal handling. I'll let you choose which one.
I got a 19 before adding anything.
Then do you add anything?
8.
We'll go with animal handling because I think you have a actual modifier to that one.
Yeah, that's what I said. Dirty 20.
Okay, so with that, I think you're able to determine that it's not that these creatures are starving. They don't look like they've been without food for a while, but they do look like they're ready for their next meal. You can tell by the way that they're lurking and sniffing. They are showing characteristics of animals that are hunting right now.
Ooh,
Hunting
yeah.
for rabbits. Sorry.
Was there anything else I could tell? Because, well, actually, let me think. Do I see like a tunnel or anything down here?
If you, because I know you're having issues with Foundry, if you want to come over here real quick, I'll show you what you see.
Oh, Jesus.
Clever way of just making. No, I'm teasing. Making it so we don't get to see, but that makes sense because we wouldn't see.
It's almost like you guys don't live together or something.
Convenient because you're literally the only person that she could do that with.
I mean, everyone else I could just drag into the other scene, but he can't get on Foundry. But it's convenient that it's him, which I'm thankful for.
That's fair.
If not, I'd have to do screenshots, and that's just annoying.
Yeah. It
This
works
is very
out
true.
pretty well. Works out well.
It does. Also,
little too well.
he gets previews of what the horrible things that are going to happen to us are.
Yeah, I mean, well, I think we got a pretty good idea of what the horrible things that are got ahead. It's not that much of a surprise.
It's true. But he also gets to see all the treasure we're probably leaving behind by not exploring this place completely.
Maybe. Well, I mean, they're on a different map, so I don't think they're seeing the treasure as much as whatever.
In my imagination, Crystal has like the Batcave monitor of everything she has.
Crystal, do you have a Batcave? If you say nothing, I'll assume yes. Guys, I think she's Bruce Wayne.
But yeah, no. I'm assuming there's like some poor NPC that we've missed because we didn't look everywhere who could have helped us with this or warned us.
It's the duality of trying to be immersed in the game because, like, we kind of want to go off and explore, but it also makes sense to also just try and go for the straightest line to our goal.
Yes. Well, Centurion does see an opening or an exit down here. That's the good news.
And the bad news? Barred shut.
Real quick. He quietly picks up a rock or a pebble and throws it in that corner area.
Okay.
Opposite of him.
Immediately you see all three of these creatures' heads kind of spin towards that area, and they all scurry, which I guess would be the best kind of word for them, over to that area, their noses just kind of sniffing around, trying to determine if it is actually something that's over there or if it is just a fallen rock.
Food.
Okay. And so he sees that they're using their noses a lot and their ears or whatever they use for their their ears.
Yes.
Does he see any eyes on them?
Yes.
I know the picture is a reference point, but I don't know if, because you said they're blind.
You do see what you can assume to be eyes. However, from what you're looking at, they look grayed over.
Okay. Not as Centurion. Anyone else have any suggestions for what I should be looking for?
Well, you see that there's the one exit. Is there any others, or is there anything else notable in the room?
So he just sees the one exit, and he'll share what else he sees when he comes back up. But right now, he just sees the one exit, and he sees three of those things, not two.
I think we saw 3 last time, but it is important information 3. No more, no less.
Does he see any evidence of burrowing?
So that's a good idea.
Like counting up. Shall we do
Like,
three?
yeah, like digging.
No, you don't see any evidence of burrowing. You do see evidence of mining. You could tell that miners have been down here, but nothing that would symbolize like a large creature burrowing into these rocks.
Is there any bodies or like corpses or like bones?
None that I saw.
Yeah, nope. As you're looking around, no.
Okay.
That being said, before he goes back up, maybe it's just a rabbit thing. He does sniff around a little bit, like literally.
I had one more recommendation as well of like look above. Is there anything on the ceiling above these things, like underneath where we're standing?
Like the darkness?
Well, yeah, I mean not the darkness itself, but like the ceiling.
Like, can I see you guys when I look up? Because it's
sure, but I was talking about the ceiling around the hole.
I think I
Might
know
just
what
be
you're
the hole.
talking about, Sidian. So Centurion, as you're looking around, because I think you would also make a note of this as well. No, you don't find any bodies or any bones, anything of that sort there. And as you're sniffing around, you don't smell anything out of the ordinary from what you would expect to smell in a cavern like this. It just smells very earthy. These lizards themselves aren't really giving off much of a scent either. And as you look up at the ceiling, you'll see that there's not any... It's not smooth, but I don't think there's anything that you could like
grab
knock
onto
off or anything that's
No stalactites, no eggs on the ceiling, because that was also something that was passing through my head.
No, you don't see any nests, any eggs, no stalactites. There are stalagmites coming up from the ground, but not stalactites going down. I think I did the right one.
Yeah, no, I think it's
yes.
Stalactites hang on to the ceiling tight, that sort of thing.
Yeah.
Anyways, okay. Yeah, he was just checking to see if he still smelled ocean.
You don't smell ocean, but you do smell like some sort of dampness in the soil from the river above you, but nothing out of the ordinary that you would deem weird.
It's
Not
dank
like
in
before?
here.
Correct.
Yeah, he goes back up just as quietly. And he does tell the group, good news, there is an exit down there. Oh, wait, I was gonna ask, as he's coming up, right, so he could see if it's magical, the darkness, or otherwise, like if it's being created by a spell or the creatures. Does he see, like, is it suddenly light? Or, like, is it suddenly easier to see as he's coming up?
As you are coming up there, it does get to a point where your vision changes. You're no longer seeing in darkness. Roll me just a quick Arcana check really quickly.
Give me a sec. He's not good with Arcana. Okay. That is a 19.
Perfect. I think Arthur, or not Arthur, Centurion, I think you would know, based off of the movement of these things, the level of darkness kind of shifted a bit as some of these creatures moved around when you threw the rock.
Okay.
Whatever darkness is blanketing this area is centered on these creatures themselves.
Okay. So yeah, he goes back up. He notices that, and he does tell the group, like, I do see an opening. Unfortunately, they're blocking the opening. There's no way they're going to find you if you make any noise at all. And there's at least one of them always blocking the exit. From what I can tell, they are blind. They only responded to noise, smells, and he also said, I think the darkness is actually being produced by these things.
Interesting.
So and he just say, I don't know if this is necessarily a spell at work, but I wouldn't venture to try it. It does seem to lean towards the fact that this is just something that they do.
I do have this drift globe with me, and he'll pull it out. It's like a orb, glass orb. He just kind of pulls out of his bag. It's able to relinquish some forms of magical darkness. So after a certain power level, it isn't effective anymore. Could I make an Arcana check to see whether I would be able to guess whether this thing would be, whether the drift globe's daylight function would be able to overcome the darkness here? Or?
Go ahead, roll me an Arcana.
All right. Oh, I only rolled an 8, so that's an unnatural 20.
Oh no, how terrible. You don't know it, I'm just kidding.
If I didn't...
You would know that
Oh no.
there would probably be about an 80% chance of this working.
80% is the guess?
Yes.
Okay. I'll relay that. I think it's probably about an 80% chance, depending on how powerful these creatures are. So, like I think I mentioned before, I could tie a bell to Calatrus, and she could act as a distraction, either to just get their attention when we get down, or distract them while we're moving down, or to get them in a position that we consider advantageous. I could pop the daylight spell here, and
All right.
there's only one exit out of this cavern, right?
A distraction might be a good idea.
They're
Centurion
cuddled.
just put up his hand. He's like, we'll quick pause here, because he's like, I think this is a good idea, especially if you do have this orb. He's like, but I noticed in their eyes, they're grayed, they. And I don't think that the light will hurt them. I don't think that's what that is. But I don't think it would dispel the darkness. But as far as it creating a distraction, I'm not sure they'd see it.
No, I think Calatrus, we could tie a bell around her neck to serve as a distraction. The globe, I think we wait until we're in position to use. That way we can fight effectively.
Well, and he does look at Mercy, and I do agree. I think the distraction would be good. And he just kind of points up and down at her armor, because, that.
Well, I think it'd be a good idea because then we could attack from the back.
Well, I think we should make sure that they can't just escape and regroup and become a problem later. So I think that we should try and get Calitris to lead them towards the far end of the room where they're not going to be so we could get between them and the exit.
But isn't there another way out?
You know, fighting's good and all. I'm not really good up close, and it seems real tight. So I might just give you some support from up here.
Get a formation, yeah. I can
really
cast. I can cast Featherfall and get 5 people down, and since Cruel is passed out, that just leaves, I think, 2 people to stay up here. And since Centurion already has flying on him.
Yeah, but Centurion, he's looking a little flustered, or a little frustrated.
Sorry.
Not frustrated, but he's not getting his point across. And he says much more firmly, I don't think if we do this right, we don't need to fight them. And he looks at Mercy. I'm not sure how your religion sees it, but, you know, the best fight is the one avoided.
Sure, in theory.
I don't know what.
I'm sorry,
beyond
what were you saying?
These creatures, my only thought.
Was that Mercy?
I mean, the only thing that we just don't know if there's something that we need to get to beyond these creatures.
Well,
I mean, I agree that avoiding the fight until now.
I think that's a.
I'm sorry, my internet isn't being the greatest. So, it's we just don't know if there's something that we might need beyond this room that these creatures are in. So avoiding the fight makes sense, except for that. I mean, do our directions take us down here?
I mean,
Because if so, then we probably need to fight these creatures.
And out of character here, DM, do we see any other exit while we were exploring this?
No, this is the very first place we checked. We went nowhere else.
Well, it's where we were instructed to go based off
It
of.
sure was.
Yeah. And I don't know about you, but like only one person in this group has Dimension Door. So, and he isn't very selfless. I will tell you that. He will definitely leave all of you to die.
I'm assuming if he's in arm reach of a certain someone, he won't, but otherwise, yeah.
Also, yes.
I think this shouldn't be too difficult of a fight, but that's partially just out of game, me thinking this, but having a good plan, which I think we've got.
Let's go on and give it a shot.
I think it's nice. It's good in theory to say that the best fight is the one avoided, but these aren't, at least as far as we know, like intelligent creatures, and I don't think that's more about making peace. And these things, considering how they're lunging at every like slight sound down in the chamber with them, I don't think we're going to be able to avoid a fight.
All right.
But
all right.
Yeah.
The Centurion, I guess he's just gonna go with it. He does. Well, just to get ready, he kind of claps his hand, and his staff disappears, and he just starts pulling out what looks like chains with a claw at the end. Just in case he's gonna have to, wrangle one of these guys.
Okay, so who is going down?
Cool.
So Centurion has Flycast on him, so he's good to get down for now, at least. In fact, there's an argument.
Orenthal is going to shift into his hybrid form, and he's going to take down Merlin.
Oh. Okay, then I could get everybody down with Featherfall then. Everybody else.
Okay, so everyone is going down then, correct?
Unless anybody wants to stay up here.
Okay. Marching orders, please, on who's going down, and when are you popping off the drift globe?
Well, first it would be get Calatrus, conjure a bell and wrap that around her neck so that she makes a whole bunch of noise, and kind of give her instructions to meow, and kind of lead them towards the far end of the room so that we're between them and the exit. So either we can book it, or we can keep them from booking it, so that they don't become a problem later. Then with Featherfall, all of the people that would be Featherfalling would need to jump in at roughly the same time.
Well, I was gonna say that the Featherfall is fine. It's just because you were gonna put out that globe first, right?
Well, I want to wait until we're either midway through the... Because how far was the drop?
It's about a 60-foot drop.
Okay, so
what Centurion can do is he can go down stealthily again, wait at the bottom or close to the bottom, like let's say 45, 50 feet, like 10 feet above the actual end of the chasm or whatever. And then that way, once you touch me or I touch you, right, you know to send all those up in whatever order that you need.
The drift globe would be... I could... Since Featherfall has us fall 60 feet over 6 seconds, I could just pop off, have the drift globe ready and just have a ready action to pop it off as soon as I land, potentially.
All right.
We could do that as well.
Yeah.
Now,
Since
my
40,
other question...
50 feet above is basically right below the hole.
Okay. Now, my other question is, you are sending Calatrus as a distraction. She also cannot see in magical darkness?
How far above does the magical darkness? Because I was thinking have her fly in circles 30 feet above right above the magical darkness, basically.
The magical darkness pretty much encompasses this entire room.
It does, even up until the even vertically up the pit.
Not vertically up the pit. However, the pit is a small entryway into this room. So it's about a 10 by 10 tunnel down. Probably about 40 feet until it opens up into this large cavernous room.
Oh, it's 40 feet, and then it's the 60 feet on top of that?
No, it's 40 feet, and then it's about an additional 20 feet for the room. So 60 feet from where you're at to the bottom.
And then it goes...
Let's say he sent up the ball or the orb first and then he sent up Calatrus afterwards to, let's say, chase after this ball. Would that be better? Because then Calatrus, if it works, would be able to see where he's going?
If he sends down the drift globe,
it would basically just be inert and could very easily get destroyed.
That, yes.
No, but I'm saying, if Calatrus has the globe, holds the globe as it's going up, being the distraction, wouldn't the globe help Calatrus see as it's going up?
Yes. If it works and the drift globe does dissipate this darkness, which, like I said, you have about an 80% chance of it working.
Which is also not a 100% chance. That's actually a good point as well.
And
we called it a risk for a reason.
With the drift globe, yes, that'll help her see then, because that would dissipate the darkness, and she would then be able to fly around the room, knowing where she's going. if we were to send Calatrus down before the drift globe, what'll happen is she'll fly down the 40 feet, get to the actual entrance of the room itself, and not be able to see anything in the room. So that's where my concern is of where exactly are we sending Calatrus
first.
Okay.
Like, that's my question to you guys. Like, if you guys
So
want to
then
do
I
that,
think-
you can,
So
by all means.
okay.
What I think what is going to have to do then, because I wanted him to be
Potentially
opposite,
Centurion.
of the group. What he could do is, since he can go down first, he'll just have the globe and try to use it, since he's going to be down there anyways. At that point, Calatrus can come up if needed, or can come down to be the distraction if it works.
You could also
Otherwise-
serve as the distraction, since you know more about what's going on, and you could get them to you, and then as before they actually get to you, you activate this thing, and that's our cue to jump down, potentially.
All right.
Sorry, I
Um,
don't.
I mean, it's a good idea.
You
So-
could float away from the walls so that they're not they're getting closer to you,
I mean,
but
he's not going to be touching anything. He's essentially going to be in midair, down there, and he's going to turn on that globe. As soon as you see the light, send Calatrus or whatever you wanted to do. If instead you see me come up, or you see the darkness start getting closer, I think at that point you guys should just then fall, since they're trying to come up, and hopefully, because when you're in free fall you don't make any noise. So hopefully by the time you get to the bottom, they'll be at the top, and just fight them, like Mercy said, or run away. Either way.
that's, I think, probably the best plan. I can summon either you could make just noise in general to try to attract them, or I could summon something like cymbals or something to make a whole bunch of noise.
He's just going to whistle really loud,
That will work.
like a very high shriek. Like if there was magic behind it, it'd probably be shatter.
Practice your impression of a whale in distress. I don't know.
Oh my god, no. So yeah, he's gonna take the orb. Give me 1 sec here.
Give you the orb.
1 second.
Yeah.
1 second. Because
No,
Arthur
he's gonna take it.
looks very concerned.
Snatch.
He shouts the world and activates it.
The world.
God, we're such weaves.
Double check.
He actually... Nope, never mind. He can't do it because it's another concentration one. As I was.
Okay, so since that scratch,
Oh no, he goes over to him, and at level he grants him level 2 armor of Agathis.
That's a good idea.
okay.
And so, yeah, he gets 10 temporary hit points. Just add that on.
Everybody should gather around the pit so that we're ready to jump in when either we see the light or we get the go-ahead from Centurion.
Makes sense. We can shout Geronimo and go.
Whee!
Arthur does look around and says, "If anyone prays, now is the time."
One additional thing, if they're coming up the pit,
First
do let me
we'll give a
know.
little prayer.
Alternatively, depending on how far they are up the pit, I can cast web to get them entangled in the pit after we jump down.
Let's just go with the plan, says Centurions. Enough changing it. We've spent a lot of time on this.
We spent like a session and a half.
That
yeah.
is- That is what the point of this is.
But right now, it's a hindrance.
Look,
Look,
the fact that we would have started this battle last session if it wasn't for Kimmy. My character Merlin was straight up Leroy Jenkins into this hole.
Actually, yeah,
Yeah,
Sid was
that's
actually originally
accurate.
planning on doing that.
That's fair. That's fair. Point is, though, he's like, we need to, because I'm sure you said that in character, and he's like, "Okay, enough."
I'm glad we
We're done.
checked how deep the hole is.
Yeah.
What if I throw you down there and just listen for the sound to see if it worked?
I think we're ready.
Okay.
Let's do it.
But then, like I said, Arthur says that he looks like a nun at this time. It's like, okay, ready.
Okay. Arthur, you grab the drift globe in hand and you prepare. I mean, not Arthur. Centurion. You
Make sure he
grab
knows how to
the-
use it.
Yes, you grab the drift globe. Get a quick tutorial on which button to push to activate daylight. And as you jump down, you are greeted to the familiar sight of those 3 lizards. They roll me another stealth check. Let's see how well you get down the second time.
Give me 1 sec. Because it's 16, but give me 1 second. Stealth. The math,
16
right?
on the die, you're fine.
Yeah?
Yeah, you're fine. 24? Yeah, you're good. You are a ninja as you float your way down. And you get to the bottom where these monsters are. You maneuver yourself so that you're kind of on the southwestern edge here.
Okay.
Oh, closer to the tunnels where I assume you want to be, yes?
Yes. But just still within eye, like if I... That way I could see them coming down. Does that make sense?
Yep. You
Like,
are good then.
if it's close enough to the tunnel, but enough that I can see them when they're coming down if there's trouble.
Yep. Okay. And so now, do you cause a distraction or do you turn on the drift globe?
I'm sorry, I was thinking of all my life decisions up to this point. He closes his eyes, and in his head he's thinking, God Master, if you were with me right now, it'd be a really good time for some backup. And he turns on the globe first.
Okay. And you guys standing above this tunnel see this bright light illuminate up from this cavern, completely dissipating the darkness below. And for the first time, you guys are able to see the things the Centurion was seeing clearly as you stare down and see 3 of these creatures who don't seem to really be affected by this light at all.
Like, nothing's happening right now?
No, they don't. It's almost like
Well, we can see, I think.
they didn't even know someone flipped on the light. Everyone above is now able to see down, but these creatures are unresponsive to the new light.
He kind of like does the whole thing, like waves his hand in front of them, you know, stealthily, obviously, to see if they see anything.
With the 24, you successfully managed to do that and get no response.
Realistically, we probably should be jumping down since we do see the light, but I am assuming we probably, since we see, we probably want to wait until he gets their attention.
Well, actually, because he now has that orb, he changes his mask to a different one. He's not doing this consciously, okay? And it's almost like Mercy hears a whisper in her ear.
Ooh.
And you just hear him say, they aren't doing anything. Like, I wave my hand in front of them, they aren't doing anything. Do I make noise? And only Mercy hears this.
Then Mercy will probably point to her ears and shake her head to indicate that they can't hear.
Well, you can hear. I think.
Only
Well,
you
yeah,
heard
I
that
mean,
message.
I
but
can hear him, but that they can't hear.
Well,
Maybe
none of us
that the creatures
what's
can
going on.
hear.
Okay.
Ah,
Oh, you're communicating that to us.
so they
Okay.
might not.
All right.
They might not be able to see.
Bordal's
uh,
taking
but they can
Merlin
hear.
down then.
Yeah, I think like with what we have established, this was the signal to jump down, and without the. I mean, but we haven't heard anything because we would hear like if he was making a distraction. So, I mean, if Bordal's going down, then he's going down.
I mean, I'm already flying
if they
down
haven't
there.
responded by now, if they haven't responded by now, he's going to wait until he sees like the first, like as soon as he sees one of their feet, you know, he's gonna start making noise because he knows as soon as they hit the ground, they're going to make noise. That makes sense?
Well,
Okay, so
But- okay.
Yeah.
let me make sure I get this right. So the drift glove goes off. You let Mercy know they can't hear. And so everyone starts jumping
They can't see.
but they can't see. And then everyone starts jumping in. And as soon as you see the bottom of people's feet jumping in, you are now making noise to distract these people. Is that correct?
Let's say 5 feet before they hit the ground.
Okay.
but okay. The idea was to get them in position before we jump down. But if this is how we're doing it, this is how we're doing it.
Position? Like I don't understand what you mean by position.
On the other side of the cave, so that we could be between them and the exit, so that either we could run and not
Right.
have
But isn't
run
there
through them.
isn't there an exit on that side of the cave?
Yeah,
I
thought there was just the one
Centurion
exit.
is. Right, where Centurion is, but correct me if I'm wrong. Even if you use Featherfall, y'all are gonna make noise, and as soon as you do, they're gonna go
Yes,
towards you.
yes, but I thought like as soon as we landed, that's when the fight began. Not. But, yeah. Okay.
Just jump down.
Let's just go with this and
All right.
not try and explain this.
Yeah, let's
I
improvise.
I don't know if this is gonna work, but Bordal's gonna fly Merlin down there and essentially gonna try and like slide. How high? Because we said it was a few feet, right?
About a 60-foot drop.
Yeah, but in the actual like tunnel itself, how tall is the ceiling of that little under cave?
It's only about 20 feet high.
Okay, so we ended up in
Okay.
the position I was thinking.
With
anyway.
those 20 feet, Bordal is essentially just gonna fly under and like scrape the top and try and drop Merlin on one of them.
Oh, Jesus!
Okay. Okay. Roll me an acrobatics. For Merlin.
Which for Merlin?
Yes.
Ew, look at those big Smurfy boys.
Smurfy boys. That's a new one.
I was gonna say
That's
Centurion
21.
probably change back to the other mask, like for his eyes, because obviously they can't respond.
Well, I mean,
Okay.
we're already jumping in.
Yeah, that's why. That's all he sees. So he's like, "Fuck." I'm actually surprised he didn't make any noise with the chains.
Okay, so let me just quickly summarize everything that just happened right now, because this was a wild. We're gonna call this a wild
Convoluted.
6 seconds
turn.
here. Centurion, you fly down, you see these creatures, and you pop off the drift globe, and you start to get them in position to where these people can jump down and avoid them. As you are getting in position, you start to make noise, you see the feet of these people coming down, and Centurion, Sidian, Mercedes, Onyx, Arthur, they're all landing where you're expecting them to, but then here comes Borodal flying in with Marlin in his arms, and instead of landing with the rest of the group, you see Borodal fly directly towards one of the closest beasts. And he drops Marlin like a bomb, and Marlin lands skillfully on top of one of these creatures.
Not a bomb. The bomb. Sorry.
And so this creature now, feeling someone land on him rather abruptly, lets out this loud, piercing shriek, alerting everyone in the cavern that something's there. And these other two creatures turn and look towards the one that was shrieking and start to rush towards him. And so now I am going to need initiatives.
Now, if you're smart, you stick to the plan and you leave, and I can try and air evacuate myself and join you later.
I thought the plan was to fight these things, but okay, well, we're just going for it then.
Well, I mean, I honestly thought like if we could do this as sneakily as like the Centurion hoped we could, but probably not. But let's see what happens.
Also, with the jumping on top of one of them, I think that's out the window now, especially.
No shit.
I mean, no. If they're distracted with me, you guys can just leave.
Situation. Jesus Christ.
I got a dirty 20 for my
What did he do?
Perfect.
Got a dirty 20, Mercy?
What did Jesus Christ ever do to you?
Oh my god. What's your initiative? What's your initiative?
Already put it in there.
Oh.
Sid got an 18, Onyx got a 16.
So Arthur got an 11. And Centurion got a 27.
Okay.
I do not know where that came from.
It's his ninja half.
It's his Nindo.
Nindo?
It's his Nindo. His ninja way.
Okay, let's see. Also, preemptively, Onyx summoned his greatsword. Or not greatsword,
Perfect.
longsword.
Okay.
Yeah. Merlin has got a 12 for that initiative. That advantage isn't doing jack. Bordal got a 15.
Okay. I had some really bad initiative rolls and then a really good one, which is cool.
Interesting.
Oh dear.
I mean, that's in our favor, though. Having one really good one, but the majority are still on the lower end. That's good.
Okay.
Thought I had a different spell. Maybe I was just considering it. Or maybe it's on Sid's expended list.
I think my jockey bot just died. What? Okay. That's fine. I'll just put on a different song. Oh, it's not gonna work. Okay, that's cool, I guess. Whatever. Anyways, we'll start off with Centurion.
Is somebody already working on creating a list, or should I I can do that if nobody else is.
Oh, I'm making it right now.
Ah, okay.
I can't hear Centurion.
Yeah, he's muted, it looks like. I don't know if he's AFK or something.
Can you hear me now?
Yep.
There
Oh, sorry.
Hey, there he is.
Sorry about that. I was saying, because I do see that I have 2 attacks per action. Does that include spells?
Don't think. Or maybe.
No, I believe.
I'm going to be honest, I forget how that works.
I think it's if you take the attack action.
Yeah.
Okay, all right. Let's see. Okay. Okay, so he's I know this is gonna be a little bit weird. He's first going to hit the, because it looks like he doesn't know what that man is going to handle this thing, so he's just gonna focus on the other 2.
Okay.
First, he's going to focus on the one in the middle, and he's going to hit him twice. Hopefully, he hits. I think he's abandoned the chains by this time. Like, he just threw them on the ground. They dissipated. So, damn. So the first one, 8 or 15 plus 8.
That'll hit.
Okay. And the second one, I'm not sure if this one hits. 12 plus 8.
Dirty 20 will hit.
Get away! Sorry, it's my cat.
Kitty.
All right, the first one is he hits him and it's 4 points of damage. The second one he hits and it's 11 points of damage.
Oh, okay. So 15 total?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And then he's going to attempt to use a key point for a stunning strike. Was it 2 key points for a stunning strike on the one on closest to the wall? Because essentially he'd be using. Oh yeah, okay, so yeah, he'd be using 2 key points, one for flurry of blows.
Okay.
And another one for the stunning strike on the second blow.
Okay, so go ahead and do your flurry of blows. Make sure that they hit first, and then we'll see about the stunning strike. Or did you want to do the stunning strike on the one you just did?
You know what? Like the one that I just hit right now?
Yes.
I didn't know I could do that. Yeah, I'll do that instead.
Okay. So then let me make that con save. Uh, 17 con save.
Yeah, it passed.
It's fine then. But go ahead and do your flurry of blows.
Carla, what the fuck are you doing? I'm sorry.
Sorry, that's our cat.
Of course.
I don't know if you can hear the chaos that she's causing in the back.
Cannot.
I can a little bit,
Oh, you can. Nice.
just a little bit.
Oh, fuck me. Okay, well, one of them I didn't. I got a 2. I'm pretty
Perfect.
sure a 10 doesn't hit.
It does not.
I got a nat 20.
Ooh.
Ooh.
So both hit.
No way.
All right, roll your die.
Okay. Is it double?
Double dice. Yep.
Well, I mean, it's essentially like I hit twice. So that would be 10, 17. Give me 1 second here. 17. Sorry, actually, give me 1 second. I used the wrong dice there. Give me 1 moment. That should not have happened. Okay. So that's 18 points of damage.
Awesome.
I had used a D10 instead of a D8. It's my B.
For 33 total points of damage, Centurion, you go over to this creature and start wailing on him with your magical monk fists. And the first 2 hit, and you try to put a little extra oomph into your second hit, but this creature is resilient. And I think that causes you to unleash something inside of you, and you start wailing on him again. The first one missed, but that just seemed to kind of fuel your fist even further, and that second one hit with almost as much force as your previous 2 hits combined. And he looks a little... This creature, if he could dog, he'd look a little dizzy from your hits. They came fast and they came hard. But
I
Mercedes,
will just add too. There was a little bit of anger in the beginning, but as he started hitting more, it was just peace.
nice.
I don't know if that's scarier or not.
A little bit.
Which one was this again? Was this
one
the middle one?
I believe it was the top one.
Top one? Okay.
Yep.
Because he's only dealing with the 2 that haven't been mounted. And one last thing before I end my turn, martial check.
Okay, go ahead and roll the martial check.
I know nothing. Give me 1 second. Let me see.
Wonderful.
Give me 1 sec. It's intelligence, right?
Yep.
Nope. Yeah, no, absolutely nothing. I got a 5.
Unfortunate. You've already learned a lot. You know these creatures are kind of blind. That's about all you got for them. When you punch them, it feels like punching a big lizard.
This floor is made of floor.
Mercedes, it is your turn.
Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and do. Let's see, what's my highest level again? Of spells. I think it's 3. Yeah, level 3. And we're gonna just roll out of the gate Divine Smiting this shit. Alright, so. Okay. So I'm gonna roll a hit.
Yes, please.
Okay, that is a 19 plus 11. Will a 30...
An unnatural 30? Yeah, that'll hit.
that is a 30 hit.
Oh boy.
Okay.
A 30 will definitely hit, Miss Mercedes.
Alright, so... Alright.
This is why I made the rule about crits for my campaign.
Alright, so when you hit, blah blah blah, deal 2d8 extra radiant damage to... roll for that damage as well. Let me get my phone to calculate all this. Okay, so damage with just the sword, that alone is 2d6 plus 7. So that's 7. 7 plus 7. Now I'll go ahead and roll my 4 d8s. So 1 is 4, 6, and 6. And one more is, what is that? 7. For a grand total of 37 damage on the nearest one to me.
Okay.
And the gods
And
in
then I
this,
guess I have
in
my
this
second-
story just came in and said,
And then
"Fuck you
Mercedes,
guys."
would you like to attack again?
Yes, ma'am. Alright, so. Roll to hit. Sorry, moving my dice around. Jeez, Al, that's another 30 to hit. I kid you not. I
Okay.
rolled 19 both times to hit.
Perfect.
Alright.
Did you
that
save some
damage.
of these for like when we fight Sloth?
2d6.
See,
No, it's fine. Get him out of the way first. It's okay.
Let's see. Okay, so that's 2d6. That only ended up being 1 plus 4 plus 7. 12 damage.
Okay.
Yep.
It's like the gods in this story came to like WWE SmackDown.
So, Miss Mercedes, you run up to this lizard and, channeling the might of Saloon into your sword, you slice through this poor lizard's front legs, and with the glowing blue light, completely sever it off of this poor lizard's body.
Yay!
And then with an upswing, you try to take off another chunk of flesh. This one not as powerful as before, but you do manage to nick it and dig your sword deep into this beast before drawing it black. And you see your once glowing silver sword is now tainted with the red blood of this lizard.
Alright! Doing the Lord's work here, people.
Blood for the blood god!
This is completely sanctioned.
But
This
it
is
is
what
now one of the lizard's turn, and it is going to do what it can to try to
crap.
get back at the one that tried to punch it to death.
you know that tracks.
Remember, kids, it's not a war crime the first time.
To have a little bit of a competition to invent new war crimes.
So, Centurion, you see this lizard scurry across this wall towards you, and it lunges at you with its two front legs and tries to take 2 swipes at you. But you are too fast and too nimble on your feet, and you manage to dodge out of the way of both of those. And as you are celebrating your minor victory, you feel a sharp pain as its front teeth clamp into your shoulder. And you take 14 piercing damage. I'm also going to need you to try and make a strength saving throw. Strength or dexterity saving throw, please.
Can the creature also takes ice damage, by the way? Armor bag at this. Just
Okay.
let you know.
Yeah, no, that's right, I forgot you have that armor on.
Wait, and this is a strength or what?
Either strength or dexterity, as it's trying to grapple you with its mouth.
It's a saving throw?
Yes, please.
Oh, thank you, Jesus. That would be a 19.
Perfect. You feel that sharp pain into your shoulder, and though you do feel blood start to pour out, you manage to squirm your way free and get out of the clutches of his mouth, but you are not grappled.
I'm grappled?
No, you are not grappled.
Oh, okay. I thought you said you're now grappled.
You are not grappled.
Yeah. And I think it's 10 points of ice damage.
It's
I did. Well, no, because he used a level 2.
Oh, what the? Oh yeah, it is 10. Dang.
Feel the icy touch of death, bitch. That's
What yet? That's also probably what helped you escape, was the fact that he got brain freeze from biting into you.
It's cold.
Dude bit into some ice cream.
Yeah, and it hurt. It hurt. Sidian, it is
That
your
was
turn.
that was the dark side of him, just looking at him like mother.
All right. I'm gonna cast a spell, I might say.
Ooh.
Actually, let me double check the size of that, because I think it's a 20-foot cube. Can I make web be smaller?
No.
I feel like that would be... Okay, so it would be impractical. At least. Oh wait, no, that's 18 feet. I was looking at the wrong dimension. Okay, yeah, so that would fit within there, because I want to get it up on the wall as well. To hold it up. And I want to get... It's more the length dimension. It would be wider as well, but like it's the width in there. So I'm going to cast web on those 2 lizard creatures.
Okay.
So I believe, let's see, they need to make. Wait, no, it's counts as difficult terrain. Each creature that starts its turn in the webs or enters them during its turn must make a dexterity saving throw. On a failed save, the creature is restrained as long as it remains into the webs or until it breaks free. Couple of other notable things is that it can use an action to make a strength check, to escape, and it is flammable. So that's something to keep in mind. So I don't think anything happens until their turns. But let's see. Actually, no, I think I should change what I'm going to do. That might... No, I think I'll still do this as well. Oh wait, no, that's Onyx. I mean, he's immediately after, but he'll I'll make a excuse me, martial check now. Just
Okay.
get that taken care of for Sidian now. Okay, that is an unnatural 20 on the martial check.
Perfect.
All right.
So these creatures don't really have a name. They are most commonly known as large cave lizards. But what would you like to know?
Let's see. Let's check the special traits and what they have in there.
Tina, get off my computer! No, child.
So
I think
it
it's
has,
obvious.
Okay, come to my lap.
Special. It has 2 special traits. One of them is called Surprise Attack, and the second one is called Darkness.
I think I know what the latter does. Let's check what surprise attack does. Or is.
So Surprise Attack is if a cave lizard surprises a creature and hits it with an attack during the first round of combat, the target takes an extra 4d6 damage from the attack.
Good thing we did all that planning, guys. So that's the martial check, and I'm just gonna, I guess, finish off my turn by shooting this closer one with my gun. Make an attack. Does a 14 hit?
A 14 does not hit.
Okay. Good to know, though. Useful information. And that is Sidian's turn then.
I have a question because I just want to ask real quick. I didn't want to interrupt. Do you do that thing where you get advantage if you flank the enemy?
Oh yeah, that is a good point. I guess we are flanking.
Yes.
Okay, just making sure. Just making sure because you saw how much we strategized before.
Would Sid be flanking with Centurion with that gunshot?
If Centurion had engaged the one closest to you, yes. However, because he was engaging the one further away, no.
Okay, well, now we know. Now we know. Okay.
But I think that's Sid's turn, but now it is Onyx's turn.
Yep.
Let's see. What's the... Okay, no, that is a con save. Really, I don't have any dex saves. Oh, I do have that one, but that's a bit different. Alright. It's 10 feet, and then that's... Let's do this one. I think it'll be more fun. Let me read the description, sorry. I guess that one probably would... I mean, they're both about the same. Sorry, I'm lingering on choosing which spell I want to cast. I guess ultimately this probably will be the better one.
No worries, Borino, you are on deck.
Onyx is going to cast Rhymes Binding Ice on the two of these lizards as well, carefully aiming it so that it's not hitting Centurion or Mercy or anybody else. So they both need to make Constitution saving throws.
I really wish Arthur had gone sooner.
The one closest to you completely failed. The one further away, it succeeded.
Alright. So that one will take half, and then roll the damage. So get all my dice together. Where is... Did I lose the D8 on that set? Oh wait, no, it's right there. When am I blind? Okay, that's a 7. Why am I struggling to do math? That is a 15 total. So close one takes full, half, farther one takes half. How are they looking?
You said 15 total, right?
Yes.
So as they are wrangling around in this web, or the string of web that's kind of surrounding them, Onyx, you fire off this ice spell and completely encapsulate the first one in this ice. It lets out a screeching howl as the ice penetrates it to its bone and causes just painful, almost burns. But it almost looked like it took the most of that spell, and what was behind it, the monster behind it, kind of got the residual effect of it, so it wasn't too badly damaged. But from what you guys are able to tell, the one in the front has been greatly wounded, and is now bleeding out profusely. As Mercedes and Onyx, you look down, there are now puddles of blood filling up the bottom of your feet.
Neat.
Alright.
I'm going to just roll the martial check now. Just do that now. That is an unnatural 20 on the martial check.
What would you want to know?
Let's see. I will do check the damage resistances.
You said the resistances, is that correct?
Yes.
Typing it in, 1 second.
You are good.
So it is resistant to non-magical bludgeoning, slashing, and piercing damage.
Oh, okay, nice. Onyx is going to move in between. Change the setting. He's going to move in between the two lizards. Going to do what's called a pro gamer move real quick. I'm going to cast. What's it not on there? It's a booming blade, I believe. Yeah, it's booming blade. Actually, do I have booming blade as well? No, just booming blade. That's fine. And I'm going to use both Quicken Spell and Twin Spell to cast Booming Blade on both of these creatures, both the lizards that he's next to. Just quickly double checking. I think we had talked about this before, but cool to do that?
Yep.
Okay. So I'll just do the one on the injured one first, which I don't believe. I mean, Mercy's engaging with that, but we're not directly opposite each other, so I assume that's no flanking there.
Correct.
Okay. If I move up 1 square, would he be flanking with Mercy then? Or I guess that's probably.
Actually, if you move over to that side, I would say yeah, because Mercedes is still hasn't engaged on the other end, so yes, you would be flanking there.
All right. So I will roll with advantage. All right. What is the bonus to the attack? Should know that already. That is 26 to hit on the injured one.
That'll hit.
The frosty one. That would be at one-handed because he's using one for the shield. So that's the one, and then it's been a bit. Sorry, it's still just the one extra dice until 11th level, and then. How bloody does this thing look?
It looks pretty bloody.
I'll just do the one, just the cantrip for now. This one at least. What is the number on that? It's just a 1. Okay, so not full rolling damage, but that's I guess that would be 10 points of slashing damage, and then 1 point of thunder damage, and then if it moves within the next turn, which probably won't actually kind of think of it, he'll take an extra d6 or extra 2d6.
Okay, perfect.
Okay.
So your Onyx, your thundering blade rings out and knocks this guy clear across the back as it faces Mercedes. And you
All right.
sever it enough to actually see parts of its spine start to stick out, but it is still
Jeez.
standing.
Ew.
Yeah, it is not doing good. So now I'll do the other one with the twin spell. And I assume that one will not be flanking because we're too not far enough on the opposite ends.
Yep.
What was the bonus? I should remember. It's oh yeah, it's plus 10 now because of the increase. That is unfortunate because it's 19, so it's a 29. So close. So far away.
Close. That'll hit though.
If I had my Hexblade's curse up, then it would, but don't have that up. I'm going to use a spell slot for an Eldritch Smite to deal some extra damage here.
Okay.
Okay. 12 slashing damage, 7 thunder damage, and 11 force damage on this one.
You said 11 force damage?
Yes.
Perfect.
Lots of odd numbers.
This
So
seems
I'm
like
just-
peak sibling rivalry, because she did all that, and he was like, "Okay, all right, let's show her how it's done."
Get the
And
robot
Onyx,
out.
as your innate magic ability courses through you, you channel the energy to cast off another spell and launch an attack at this other creature that is standing closer to Centurion. And you dig your sword deep into its side. And it's almost as if a little explosion happens as you lance your sword through him. And you and Centurion are splattered in a ray of blood and bits of flesh, as there is a solid chunk missing now out of this lizard's side.
We are going to be a mess.
Oh yeah. Onyx is like remaining like very just, not that his face shows a ton of emotion, but he's just remaining entirely stoic. This is him this is his job. This is him at work. So it's like, yeah, doing the business.
Borodal, it is your turn.
Cool. That's an interesting 6 seconds of things happening. So as soon as he dropped, and he is going to rage. He's going to do that unless he wanted to just advertise himself and his drop. Oh wait, no, thinking of the wrong person. Borodal first, no.
Yep.
Right, so, and this is a quick question because these guys are technically still blind. So, would Borodal have sneak attack if he just hurled his knives at them from like still midair?
I'll allow it, yes.
Alright, he's just gonna start hurling his silvery knives. Alright, that's 24 to hit for the first one.
24 hits.
Because it's just going to be a quick second. I gotta see how many of these I gotta roll.
Is it just my
Yes,
end, or did everything go mute?
I think he was.
No, we're
I'm
waiting
sorry.
for Bordeaux.
Something.
Just quick calculations.
Oh,
28
that-
damage, psychic damage.
Perfect.
And then he's going to attack again. $22.
22 hits.
That's another 7 psychic damage.
Okay.
And that'll be his turn.
Perfect. So you launch these psychic blades into him, and even though there's no mark, you can clearly hear the anguish as this lizard cries out from the pain that's inflicted on him. And Marlon, you're on top and you feel him kind of jousting around, but it is your turn. What would you like to do, sir?
Just fake imitate riding a dinosaur for a split second before he takes out his axe. And with his 2 attacks, he's essentially just going to jump using this thing's own height to essentially get a good, and he's aiming like every one of these attacks specifically for his neck. His goal for this one is try to take this thing's head just for a quick something else.
Okay. Roll your attacks.
Both, no, Bordeaux's. Yeah, no, Bordeaux's still in the air out of range, so these won't be flanking. So he's going to reckless both of these.
Okay.
And Great Master both, just because why not?
Okay.
That's a natural 20.
Perfect. Ooh, second nat 20. Go ahead and roll your damage, sir.
It's a
Oh, it
trick.
was on the
It's
die.
all an illusion.
It was on the die that Kimmy gave me.
Yay! She's
Aw.
helping out in spirit.
And I get to test out my new battle axe, which I have named, and he just screams out the name, Sapphire's Buds. Oh my god, that is wow. I rolled 2 1s of those 2d12s.
Dang.
Oh man, that's the thing about D12s. They have a higher potential, but they still can roll just as low.
You got great with that, that crit, but at what cost?
Alright, so what's your
This
total
is where,
damage?
a fighting style would definitely come in handy here. That's still 29 damage.
That's still a lot of damage.
Nice.
Heck yeah.
And one more swing for luck.
Go for it.
So 21 to hit.
A 21 will hit.
And that's another 25.
Okay. So, Marlon, as you jump up and you are coming down onto the neck of this creature, you...
Sky, if you're talking, we can't hear you.
Yeah, you are muted.
I muted by accident.
Yeah. And another 6
How long
damage
did you get
because I
into the
keep
description?
forgetting rage. So that was another 6 added to that. I'm sorry.
Oh. Marlon,
Woo.
how would you like to do this?
Like I said, I jumped off he got on this thing's roughly head back, used it as a springboard to bring the axe down on its neck, and then, try to drag it down a bit with that first attack, and then took a second swing to try and finish cleaving its head clean off.
And cleave its head clean off, you successfully do, as when you land on the ground, your axe slices cleanly through this lizard's neck. And with a soft thud, followed by another thud, the body falls, quickly followed by the head, and it rolls down to your feet.
Nice.
Cool. Interesting feature of Great Weapon Master. When I reduce a creature to 0 hit points, I can immediately take up another attack at something.
You sure can.
Dear God.
And I'm just going
It's
to hurl
worm
my
number 3.
axe at the one that everyone else has just been bullying, which would be the one on the bottom, I believe.
Yep. Go ahead, make that attack roll.
Reckless again, because why not?
Because why not?
$28 to hit.
That'll hit.
That's another 14.
Perfect. Your axe slices through webs and bits of ice that are scattered around its thick skin and digs itself right in between its ribs. Well, you can assume it's its ribs. For 14 damage. And it lets out another
wait.
loud screech.
I have no idea if this will... I don't think these stack, but I think I probably should have done the other one first. Because there's another thing I can do when I do kill a creature. By Demons Be Driven is one of the barbarian abilities. Yeah, if I can make a charisma saving throw, I can move up to half my movement, I think.
Ah, yeah. I don't think they would stack because you would still be. It's the same effect. You're still making an attack.
Yeah. But I don't think, because from where I'm standing, it's just because I landed on top of it, right? I'm still technically next to it, right? So it wouldn't matter if I could move or not, right?
No.
Okay, then that makes no sense. But that definitely helps for when I need to get to somewhere else when I kill something.
Yep. Yep.
So, if for fun, I could have just ran around and gone back to it. That's all.
Sure
That's my
could've.
turn.
Perfect. Arthur, it is your turn.
Oh, okay. Okay, I'm just making sure. Arthur, to start off, he's going to use a level 3. Yeah, level 3 hex on. We only have one left, right?
You have 2 left.
No, we got 2 left. One's on death's door. It sounds like.
Damn. Okay. I'll do it on that one then first, since it's
Okay.
already on death's door.
Mhm.
We'll do a Constitution.
Okay.
Okay. And afterwards, that's his bonus action. Afterwards, he's going to use. You guessed it, folks. Eldritch Blast.
Sounds good.
Yep.
The classic. Tried and true.
And he's gonna. Both of them are gonna be at the same one.
Okay. Fire away.
So the first one is 25,
That'll hit.
and the second one is 22.
That'll also hit.
Okay. One sec here. It's the 2d10 plus. Give me 1 second just to make sure I have this right. Yes, plus
Do me
1d6.
a favor, roll the damage individually.
Oh, sure. So first one is 6.
Plus 4 plus your hex, right?
Right. Plus 4 plus the hex. So let me do the hex real quick. That's 3.
Okay.
So that's 13.
Okay.
The first one. Second one. Oh, kitchingada. That's full damage.
Arthur, describe your Eldritch Blast for me, please.
Well, it looks kind of similar to the Hexes he'll make, kind of like the Doctor Strange thing, but it's purple, and it looks like he's what can only be described as crinkling reality before he shoots it at them.
Oh,
Anything that's hit is going to get like disintegrated.
perfect. So as you're launching this Eldritch Blast, you launch your first one, and you aim it right towards what would be considered the neck of this creature. And it goes straight through, enough so that you kind of clearly see through this creature's neck. It is still up and still standing when your second beam launches right through the center of its chest. And it is only then that you see, with the disintegration of its, what would be its internal organs, the light start to fade from the eyes of this creature, and it falls over.
Sweet.
Can I just add one thing if I can?
Yeah.
For his hex. His hex, when that happens, it just says game, and then it just disappears.
Okay.
Give me a second. Actually, no, I think that's all I can do. I use my bonus action. Yeah, because I was gonna try and put the hex on the other one. No, never mind. I can't do that.
Perfect. Centurion, it is your turn.
No. There's only one left, correct?
There's only one left, and it's the one at the top of the initiative, so we got the 2 at the end of the initiative dealt with before they even got a turn.
Yep.
Right. So I gotta make this count. Got it.
Not a super difficult fight.
No pressure. That's fine.
Good fight, because we did prep. It would have been a lot harder, I bet, without
Oh,
the
if we
prep.
planned this, otherwise it would have been fun in the dark.
Oh, yeah, they would have.
That was a big
It would've been
caveat, was
fun
you
in the
guys
dark.
fighting in the dark. That's why I didn't want to make it too difficult. I was like, there's a good chance they're just going to jump in. And then that'll be
I'm
fun.
surprised they
You almost
lasted
did.
this long. I'm honestly surprised
What are
they
you
lasted this
saying?
long. Like as much damage as we were doing, these guys were still like taking it like a champ.
Oh yeah, no, we would have killed each other if this was anything else. If this
It
was
would've
us, we
been-
would have died already.
This would have been so much
Okay.
fun in the dark. I'm glad you guys prepared.
I think he's going to surprise the team a little bit. Give me one sec.
Ew.
He's gonna throw off his hat of disguise and reveal who he's been the entire time. It's that tiger guy.
It's Freddie Mercury.
Weird Al Yankovic, what are you doing here?
That's why he's a bard.
Arthur, my master. Papa. Okay, so give me one sec.
Ooh. Sorry.
He sings "We Will Rock You" and just avalanches him.
Like the first night movie.
Okay, so and it's maybe it's inspiration from watching Arthur right now just disintegrate that guy, that thing. But as he throws out his fist, he's going to actually. I'm gonna use Eldritch Blast for him too.
Okay.
Here's to hoping.
Roll to hit.
So let me see. I'm gonna use spells a lot for him. So the first one is a 16.
That'll hit.
Oh, okay. And the second one is, I'm pretty sure it hits. It's 18 plus 6.
That'll definitely hit.
Okay. Let me give me a second. Roll it individually again.
No, you can roll it together.
Okay. So it would be, first one is 6 plus 2, that's 8. The next one is 8 plus 2, that's 10. For a total of 18 damage. And for him, it kind of looks like he's throwing fists, like literally throwing hands. He's throwing, like, in the most literal sense.
Sweet.
And then he will use a...
No, he won't. Centurion,
Oh, okay.
describe how your Eldritch Blast finishes off this creature.
So it'll look like as he's powering the punch, it looks like it's coming from the ground up, and as it's coming out, like the fists, one and then the other, it doesn't disintegrate him. It more looks like it's just so much force, it perfectly passes through them. The first one, it takes out the right side of the face. The second one takes out the middle of the body. And if you were to stand like right behind him, it's like a perfect square, like a perfect fist.
And Centurion, as your magically imbued fists penetrate through this lizard, it lets out one last final gurgle of life before it collapses into its own puddle of blood and whatever is left of the string of webs and ice from the battle. And it goes down.
Centurion is definitely surprised because he's never really used magic before. So he's just kind of in awe of what just happened as well. Also because, he's not burning. He is a little hotter, but he's not actually burning. But yeah, fuck some shit up.
Yeah, you guys managed to defeat the 3 large cave lizards.
Question.
Yay!
Woo!
Potential answer. What's up?
Let's get to
Now that they're dead and we can kind of look them over, can we know the rest of the stats for these things?
Roll me. Hold on.
I'll help with that, or I could roll and you could
Roll
help.
me a
Either
nature
way,
check, please.
I'm also interested.
Oh, let's see. Wait, who has the bigger nature check? You or I?
I think you probably have the higher nature.
Oh, really?
Oh, I know it is an intelligence check, so I got a +4. So
Yeah, I think. Yeah, it would. Yeah, because I got 0 for nature, so you probably should take this one.
one of the few intelligence checks that I do not have expertise in or proficiency.
Nature?
Yeah, nature.
Yeah, me
Yeah, I
neither.
thought it was a wisdom check, but yeah.
Wait.
That
Hold
will
on,
be a
because-
21 though. That will be a 21.
Oh, nice.
Perfect.
Nice, never mind.
Actually rolling decently well tonight, so that's not too bad.
I
assume we're probably not gonna be-
don't mind anything, but Bordal and Merlin are currently tying up with their 50 feet of hemp rope the head that they essentially severed.
Definitely also wouldn't mind with part of this, like seeing what pieces of this thing might be useful to scavenge. Or if that's another check, I can roll another check.
No, you guys will, with that nature check, I am going to say that you will know that the scales, in of itself are, primarily what would be used to scavenge, as it is very tough and can be used a lot in certain armors. And just being, the creature it is, the claws and the teeth are also never a bad decision to scavenge those either.
Detect magic, I guess. I'll also check, like, if I could tell whether, not necessarily what they would be, but like, if there's any particular properties that like the scales, teeth, or claws would have, or if it's just like they would be good as scales, teeth, and claws.
So with your detect magic, the scales themselves are emitting a faint trace of magic. It's not as strong because these creatures are no longer alive.
That makes sense.
But I think it's not too far off to say that you feel that the scales themselves are what allows them to be shrouded in darkness.
Okay. So it's on the scales themselves, not anything in like an internal organ. It's the scales. Interesting.
Yes.
Who knows? If we can make like a kind of little armor or skin, if we give this to Centurion, he could definitely make the best use of this.
I was just thinking that. Completely disappear into shadow, and then if he's just found out, just turn off the lights.
Yeah, or maybe like something that could like obscure
a
you,
one-time
like
pulse of darkness. So like if you need to get away or if you're in a fight, like okay, everybody else what you can see.
Sid will start. He's not going to try and
blocking those nut shots now.
He's not going to try and like strip this thing of scales, but he'll start collecting like a couple. Actually, probably the easier thing to do will just like.
Just for size and scale, how big is the head I cleaved off? Like, talking like boulder, backpack.
You're probably, since it's a little bit like a small boulder, enough that you could still carry it, but definitely larger than a backpack.
All right, that's fair. For some reason, Ordal just picks it up and flies it out of the cavern out the way you guys came.
Okay.
How long would it take to flay this thing?
I'm
Fully?
gonna have to hop off.
Yeah, no, we're fine. I think we're gonna end here soon. It's
That's
just
okay.
a matter of
Probably, yeah,
Yeah.
putting everything
here.
together.
You pick up and we
Yeah, no,
and
it's a
maybe
good spot.
pick up with like
No, that's fine.
the.
I'm glad that we were
I
all
was
able
gonna
to
say-
have a good time and kick some
Yeah.
butt.
Yeah, you guys did
Yeah.
good.
It's been
because
really fun.
we-
Enjoyed this.
Oh, yeah, that's fine.
That's good, I'm glad.
Thank
do
you,
you
Miss
guys
Crystal. Thank you, everybody.
Yeah.
Good night.
Good night.
That was awesome. Good night.
Yeah. Do you guys just want to save the scavenging this for next time?
Yeah.
That's
What
cool.
we could do to save time, because I don't know how interested Mercedes is in scavenging, just let me know what you guys are interested in throughout this week, either in the DM or in the general, wherever, and I'll reply back with what you guys find, what you guys need to do to get what you need to do. Like, to flay the entire thing, that will take you at least 2 hours. It's a large creature.
Yeah, I don't know if we want to spend. I'm thinking like get some and like we could leave these here and like come back for them as well. We should create a note to make sure we remember to do that.
But yeah, if you guys want to, just let me know what you guys are interested in scavenging off of these creatures or harvesting off of these creatures. I will let you know what you guys find and how much of each thing you guys find, just to save some time.
Yeah. I also had a question. Like I had a thought recently to share with you, but I guess to share briefly, and we can talk more about this later. For Onyx, maybe to make things a bit simpler, like maybe not. We don't have to necessarily iron this out, like for this arc, but like maybe in future arcs, swapping to doing like spell points instead of spell slots. Are you aware of that alternate rule?
Yeah. Let me think on that, and I will get back to you.
Yeah, and we can again iron out more specific rules on like how that would work. But I was just thinking that might streamline some stuff.
Yeah.
I was only going to talk to you because Arthur had some ideas that he wanted to pass by you.
To Sid or to Crystal?
To Sid.
Okay.
Sid. Yep.
Some of the stuff mid-adventure is not the best for crafting big items.
Oh, yeah.
But, maybe some, depending. I'm assuming we're probably going to have, like, this is going to be a long dungeon to get through, so I'm assuming we're probably it's going to be a bit before we get, so we're probably going to, like, take a couple rests at least. But I don't know for sure.
I mean, who knows?
Well,
just
Sloth might be 3 rooms down.
it might be 10. Who knows?
Could be 30.
This may come back to bite us in the butt, but Bordal is essentially leaving the head where we met, or where he believes the red-headed dwarven woman is. That essentially let us down here.
Oh, are you going back up?
Okay.
Okay.
and Arthur would probably say that is very not cash money, but let's go.
It's also proof that we are capable.
Sure.
But we'll see.
If he does see her, he'll
Exactly,
just drop it
right,
and give her a
that's
thumbs
exactly.
up and then leave.
Okay, I will let you know what happens to that later, because that might come back later on.
Cool.
But yeah, we will end it here. You guys let me know what you guys are interested in harvesting from these guys, and I'll let you know how much of what you guys get throughout the week, and then we'll pick this back up next week.
That'll be great.
Sounds
Yeah.
good.
I just thought of like a really bad scenario. What if these things were the guard dogs keeping the worst things down there?